I've owned, driven, and repaired more SUVs than I can count, but these 8 SUVs are in a league of their own. According to Consumer Reports' toughest reliability testing, these SUVs don't just last, they resist the hidden traps most owners fall into. Think fuel economy lies, warranty loopholes, and insurance spikes. These models dodge them all. Today, we're going over the 8 most reliable SUVs of 2025, according to Consumer Reports data. And here's the kicker. One of them offers luxury-level performance for half the cost, and another comes with a 10-year safety net most brands won't touch. So, if you're tired of surprise repairs and sinking resale, watch until the end. This list could save you thousands. Let's begin our list with the Honda Pilot, the SUV that does everything right. If I had to recommend just one SUV for families who want something they can trust for the next decade, it's the Honda Pilot. Not because it's flashy, not because it's trendy, but because it quietly crushes it on every front that actually matters. I've driven plenty of 3-row SUVs, but most of them force you to compromise. Cramped third rows, cheap materials, underpowered engines. The Pilot? It skips the gimmicks and delivers what families really need: space, strength, and long-term confidence. Under the hood, it's running Honda's proven 3.5-liter V6 paired with a 10-speed automatic that shifts like butter. No CVT rubber band weirdness, no turbo lag, just solid power delivery that can haul passengers, luggage, or even a trailer without breaking a sweat. And better yet, it does it without guzzling gas like a truck. Inside, it's refreshingly grown up. No weird curves or touchscreen overloads, just clean, mature design, excellent visibility, and one of the most usable third rows in the game. Seriously, adults can actually sit back there without folding themselves in half. That's rare. But what really puts the Pilot at the top of Consumer Reports' reliability list is consistency. The powertrain, bulletproof. Electrical systems, solid. Even the suspension components hold up better than most in its class. This thing's built to last, and that shows in the owner satisfaction data. Let's not forget safety. You're getting top crash test ratings, plus Honda Sensing Standard, with features like adaptive cruise, collision mitigation braking, and lane keeping assist. That's not just peace of mind on the road. It's the kind of safety setup that could lower your insurance premium if your provider offers those smart driving discounts. Bottom line, the 2025 Honda Pilot isn't just a solid choice. It's the finance-safe flagship for anyone who wants space, strength, and zero surprises at the repair shop 5 years from now. Let's move on to the Subaru Forester. Old-school practicality, modern dependability. I used to think you had to pay a premium for real-world capability. Then I drove the Subaru Forester, and suddenly all those overpriced tech-loaded SUVs looked unnecessary. No flashy screens, no gimmicks, just honest engineering that actually holds up. While everyone's chasing the latest hybrid badge or voice assistant, Subaru quietly built an SUV that outperforms them all in the stuff that matters: traction, visibility, and day-to-day dependability. Consumer Reports gave it high marks not for glitz, but because this thing is built like a tank. We're talking symmetrical all-wheel drive that works full-time, not some intelligent system that kicks in after you're already sliding. It chews through snow, rain, even loose gravel without drama. No button mashing, no second guessing, just grip. Inside, it's a breath of fresh air, massive windows, a tall roofline, and unmatched visibility. I could actually see over traffic without feeling like I was in a minivan. The seats are upright and comfortable. Cargo space? Plenty. And it's all built for utility, not Instagram. Here's the kicker. In a world full of glitchy screens and overpriced sensors, the Forester keeps it simple. And that's exactly why Consumer Reports reliability surveys rank it above most modern SUVs. The engine, the transmission, even the AWD system, they just work. For years. Insurance companies love it too. Safety ratings are sky high, with standard features like pre-collision braking, adaptive cruise, and lane keep assist. No upcharge, no premium package, just safety, baked in. Bottom line, if you want an SUV that'll outlast the lease cycle, skip the showroom drama, and deliver real-world reliability in any weather, the Subaru Forester should be near the top of your list. Mazda CX5. Luxury feel without the luxury budget. I'll be honest, I didn't expect this one to blow me away, but the Mazda CX5 delivers something most SUVs can't touch. It feels like a BMW, runs like a Honda, and won't wreck your wallet in the process. It's not a hybrid. No fancy electric drivetrain, but what it does offer is pure mechanical confidence. A 2.5-liter engine that's buttery smooth, responsive, and backed by some of the best reliability scores in its class. Consumer Reports ranks its engine and transmission well above average. And in my experience, it's one of the few SUVs where you don't hear complaints about mystery lights or failed sensors after 50,000 miles. Slide into the cabin and you'd swear it costs $15,000 more. I've driven Audi Q5s and BMW X3s, and honestly, the CX5's interior comes dangerously close. Real stitching, solid tactile buttons, and a layout that makes sense. None of the screen overload or gimmicky touchpads you find in overpriced competitors. Driving it? A totally different vibe from your average compact SUV. Steering is crisp, body roll is minimal, and the whole chassis feels tuned like a sports sedan. It's the kind of SUV that actually makes commuting fun. But here's the real win. It's fun without being fragile. Depreciation? Surprisingly tame. Unlike many luxury crossovers that tank in resale after 3 years, the CX5 holds value because it's still in demand, both for first-time buyers and people looking for reliable used financing options. And when it comes to upkeep, it's a dream. No turbo nightmares, no dual-clutch headaches, just simple, proven mechanicals that make this a go-to for folks who plan to keep their cars past 100,000 miles. The Mazda CX5 is the definition of quiet confidence, and in 2025, it's one of the smartest picks for anyone who wants that premium experience without the premium price tag or premium problems. Acura RDX. Luxury without the premium headaches. Luxury usually comes with a catch: unpredictable electronics, painful repair bills, and resale values that fall off a cliff. But the Acura RDX? It flips the script. You get the upscale feel, the smooth performance, without the premium headaches. Built by Honda, the RDX is one of the few luxury SUVs that won't punish you 5 years down the line. I've driven plenty of German crossovers that start strong and turn into money pits. This one, it just works. The 2.0-liter turbo engine is responsive, quiet, and efficient. And with Acura's super handling all-wheel drive, it actually feels planted and confident, especially in wet or snowy conditions. But here's where it really earns its spot on Consumer Reports' most reliable list. It doesn't fall apart where others do. No random sensor failures, no tech meltdowns, no drama. Everything from the electronics to the transmission has scored above average in long-term owner surveys. Step inside, and you're getting true luxury finishes, premium materials, noise insulation that rivals Lexus, and a tech suite that doesn't require a degree to use. It's comfortable, refined, and practical. You get the perks, without the panic every time a warning light pops on. And let's talk resale. While BMWs and Audis might lose 40% of their value in 3 years, the RDX holds strong because people trust it. That makes it a smart lease buyout, a safe financing choice, and a long-term keeper if you're looking for something that won't break the bank or the shop schedule. So, if you want luxury that lasts, with Honda's DNA and none of the high-maintenance baggage, the Acura RDX is one of 2025's most underrated wins. Honda CRV Hybrid. Fuel efficiency meets long-term value. I've worked on enough hybrids to know the difference between a gimmick and something built to last. And the Honda CRV Hybrid? It's the real deal. According to Consumer Reports, it's not just one of the most reliable SUVs of 2025. It's also one of the smartest long-term bets for families. Let's start with the gas mileage. 35 miles per gallon in real-world testing. For an SUV with all-wheel drive and room for 5 adults? That's rare. And when you consider what gas prices could look like over the next few years, that kind of efficiency isn't just nice, it's a budget saver. But here's where the CRV Hybrid separates itself. Honda's hybrid system is proven. We're talking about a setup that's already logged millions of miles globally, with minimal repair complaints and no major warranty red flags. That's exactly why owners keep these for the long haul, and why resale values stay strong, even after 4 to 5 years. And if you're like me, someone who likes to avoid surprise repairs, the CRV Hybrid is one of the few compact SUVs that doesn't show up on mechanic forums with repeat issues. No weird battery failures, no sketchy electronics, just a no-surprise repair record that Consumer Reports consistently praises. You also get Honda sensing as standard, collision mitigation braking, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, which doesn't just keep you safer, it could qualify you for insurance discounts depending depending on your provider. Bottom line, the 2025 Honda CRV Hybrid offers the perfect trifecta: excellent fuel economy, rock-solid reliability, and a design that actually makes life easier, not more complicated. Toyota Highlander Hybrid. Big space, small fuel bill. There aren't many SUVs that give you space for the whole family and keep your fuel bill from blowing up, but the Toyota Highlander Hybrid nails that balance. It's one of the few large SUVs that doesn't feel like you're driving a gas-guzzling dinosaur, and Consumer Reports says it holds up better than most. I've taken the Highlander Hybrid on long road trips, through city traffic, and even through rough winter mornings, and every time I'm reminded why this thing is such a smart long-term play. You're getting 40 miles per gallon combined, and that's real-world efficiency, not marketing hype. Under the hood, a 2.5-liter four-cylinder paired with electric motors, tuned for smoothness and longevity, not speed. It's not flashy, but it's quiet, dependable, and built to go well past 200,000 miles without major issues. That's not just speculation, that's what owners are actually reporting. Inside, it's classic Toyota. Intuitive layout, soft touch materials, and seating for up to 8, depending on your configuration. Sure, the third row's tight for adults, but it's usable, and with the second row folded, the cargo capacity blows most mid-size SUVs out of the water. But here's what sealed it for me. Toyota doesn't cut corners on reliability tech. The Highlander Hybrid scores above average in Consumer Reports across the board. Engine, hybrid system, electronics, even in-car tech. That kind of consistency is rare. Add in Toyota Safety Sense, with adaptive cruise, lane centering, and pre-collision braking, and you're looking at insurance premium savings on top of the fuel economy. It's the kind of SUV that saves you quiet money over time. If you're a family looking for something with space, efficiency, and zero drama at the repair shop, the 2025 Highlander Hybrid is exactly what you need. It's a minivan in disguise, with the resale value of a Toyota and the operating cost of a compact sedan. Let's move on to the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. All-wheel drive meets efficiency. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid is proof you don't need to compromise to get reliability, fuel savings, and all-weather confidence in one package. I've driven it through snow, rain, and highway traffic, and it never flinched. You're getting 35 miles per gallon, standard electric all-wheel drive, and Toyota's proven hybrid system that owners routinely take past 180,000 miles with minimal maintenance. Consumer Reports shows above-average reliability, especially in the powertrain and electrical systems. No surprise breakdowns, no finicky tech. Add in Toyota Safety Sense, strong resale, and low insurance risk, and the RAV4 Hybrid becomes a bulletproof daily driver that punches way above its price tag. Lexus NX Hybrid, the only luxury SUV I'd actually keep long-term. There's luxury, and then there's luxury that lasts. And in 2025, the Lexus NX Hybrid is one of the few SUVs that gives you top-tier comfort without dragging along the costly repair drama you get from German brands. I've seen it too many times. Someone buys a European luxury SUV, enjoys it for 18 months, then starts battling warning lights, failing sensors, and $3,000 repair bills. The NX Hybrid? It flips that story. This SUV combines Lexus craftsmanship with Toyota's bulletproof hybrid system, which is one of the most proven powertrains in the world. You get 239 horsepower, 35 miles per gallon combined, and a ride that's as quiet as a Tesla, but without the charging headaches or long-term battery worries. Consumer Reports consistently puts the NX at the top of its luxury SUV rankings, not just for comfort, but for long-term dependability. Inside, it feels like a true premium cabin. Soft leather, real trim materials, and tech that actually works. No buggy infotainment systems. No weird interface learning curve. Just a well-designed cockpit with wireless Apple CarPlay, a premium Mark Levinson sound system, and climate controls you don't have to dig for. Where it really shines: resale and maintenance. While BMWs and Audis shed value fast, the NX holds strong, thanks to its luxury without the risk reputation. It's one of the few high-end SUVs where a 5-year-old model is still in demand, especially among second-hand buyers who want quality without the gamble. If you want refinement, silence, comfort, and long-term value in one high-end package, the Lexus NX Hybrid is hands down one of the most reliable and smartest luxury SUV choices of 2025. Now, while the Lexus NX Hybrid proves that luxury and long-term reliability can go hand in hand, the truth is, most people lose more money on the ownership side than they ever realize at the dealership. Because it's not just about buying the right SUV, it's about financing it the smart way, managing your insurance like a pro, and avoiding those hidden cost of ownership traps that drain your wallet year after year. I'll break down the real numbers and show you exactly how to avoid the finance and insurance mistakes that cost most SUV owners thousands over time. Let me tell you something most car buyers never realize. The cost of owning a car isn't just what you pay up front. It's what you bleed out month after month through financing traps, insurance overcharges, and hidden depreciation losses. I've been there. I bought cars the wrong way, and it cost me thousands. Let's start with financing, because this is where most people lose before they even drive off the lot. Dealers love to talk about monthly payments. Oh, it's just $499 a month. Sounds manageable, right? But they're hiding the real total. They stretch out a 72 or 84-month loan, tack on a marked up interest rate, and suddenly you're paying $8,000 to $12,000 in finance charges on a car that's dropping in value every year. Here's the move. Never finance for more than 60 months. If you can't afford the monthly payment on a 60-month term, you're buying too much car. And always secure pre-approval from a credit union or online lender before walking into the dealership. This gives you leverage and often saves you 1 to 3% in interest, which could mean thousands over the life of the loan. Now, let's talk car payments versus total cost of ownership. I once bought a car with a low payment but forgot to factor in the insurance, maintenance, and depreciation. I ended up paying over $1,100 a month all in for a $35,000 vehicle. That's not sustainable. Use the 20% over 4 years under 10% rule. Put down at least 20%, finance no more than 4 years, and make sure all car-related expenses stay under 10% of your monthly income. It's old-school advice that still works. On to insurance. This is a goldmine of hidden cost. Did you know 2 identical cars can have a $700 per year difference in insurance premiums just because of trim level or safety ratings? Always check insurance quotes before you buy. Cars with advanced safety features, high crash test scores, and anti-theft tech often qualify for deep discounts, sometimes up to 25% off premiums. Another trick? Raise your deductible. A lot of people are still paying for $250 or $500 deductibles. If you've got an emergency fund, bumping that to $1,000 can drop your premiums by 15 to 20% annually. Just make sure you keep that deductible amount saved. Oh, and never let the dealer talk you into bundling insurance or warranties into your loan. That's a huge red flag. You're now paying interest on your warranty, which adds hundreds to the final cost. If you want a warranty, buy it separately, and only from reputable third-party providers like Endurance, CarShield, or your own credit union. Now, let's hit depreciation. Most new cars lose 15 to 20% the moment you drive off the lot, and up to 50% in the first 3 years. That's brutal. If you buy new, stick with brands that hold value: Toyota, Lexus, Honda, Mazda, and avoid luxury nameplates like Jaguar, Land Rover, BMW, unless you're leasing. Those lose value fast and cost a fortune to maintain. Better yet? Buy used, 2 to 3 years old, off-lease, low mileage, clean Carfax. That's the depreciation sweet spot. Someone else already ate the first $10K loss, and you're picking up a car that's still in great shape for 60 to 70% of the original price. And lastly, don't ignore ownership costs. Before buying, always look up the true cost to own. That includes insurance, fuel, maintenance, taxes, and depreciation over 5 years. Consumer Reports, Kelley Blue Book, and Edmunds all offer calculators for this. What looks affordable at first glance might actually be a long-term money pit. Let me give you a real example. A new BMW X3 might seem tempting at $599 a month, but factor in high insurance premiums, premium gas, $400 oil changes, and rapid depreciation, and it'll cost you over $80,000 in 5 years. Compare that to a Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Same size, better MPG, cheaper parts, and still worth over 60% of its value after 3 years. Total 5-year cost? Around $48,000. That's a $30,000 difference for 2 cars that look pretty similar on the road. So don't just shop for a car. Shop for a smart ownership experience. Finance with strategy. Choose cars with strong resale, low-cost warranties, and smart insurance ratings. Because in 2025, it's not about owning the flashiest vehicle. It's about owning it the smartest way possible and keeping your money in your pocket, not the dealerships.